So behind me, of course, is my 4Runner, and if you guys own a 3rd gen 4Runner, you may have heard of something called the Tundra brake upgrade, and that upgrade is exactly what you think it is. It's just putting Toyota Tundra brakes on a 4Runner. Now, you have two different caliper sizes. You have 13WL and S13WE. Now, the S13WE is also, they call 199 millimeter calipers, and then you have the 231 millimeter, which is of course a larger caliper, which are the 13WLs. S13WE, sorry, will fit on any 4Runner. You don't have to do any trimming of anything except maybe the dust shield. It doesn't matter what style wheels you have, they fit. Now the 231 millimeter calipers, those fit on the 5-star wheels, but they do not fit on the 3-spoke wheels. So basically they don't fit on 16-inch wheels. Now, of course, the larger calipers have better stopping power. With either one of the calipers that you get the same rotor, which solves a lot of these 4Runners warping issues, which is kind of one of the main reasons I'm going for the Tundra brake upgrade. My rotors are beyond warped. They're toast. I'll show you guys in a second what I mean. They're pretty bad. But I'm also definitely in it for the stopping power. If I'm correct, the Toyota went to the 231 millimeter calipers because they deemed that the 199s didn't have enough stopping power for the Tundra. Now for a 4Runner, the 199s are going to be, definitely a decent upgrade, but the 231s, everyone says they're great. I mean, you can lock the wheels up. They're great for towing, which, I do tow with this. And there's a lot of heavy braking, stop and go traffic all day, every day. So now with this video, I will post a video of me swapping out the brakes, but for this one, I just want to see what the difference is between stock and the Tundra brakes. What is the stopping power? What is the distance versus these and the Tundra brakes? Now, what I'm going to do is get up to 30 or 40 miles an hour. We'll see. Getting up to 40 miles an hour in a 4Runner is kind of hard to do, but I'm going to get up to speed, and once I hit probably that curb right there, I'm going to stomp on the brakes as hard as I can and see how far I travel down this road. I don't really have any way of properly measuring this, so I'm simply just going to use my feet. Don't worry about the socks, but just 1 foot at a time and see how far, I went down the road. I'll count it out. I might do it 2 or 3 times, and then I'll go put the brakes on and then see what the difference is. Wow, that surprisingly left marks on the road. All right, let's see how far it went. All right, for the second test, it went 34 regular Kevin steps, if that means anything. What is a regular step? About a meter, 3 feet. Anyway, put that shirt there, that way I kind of have a better idea where I need to apply the brakes. The last one was kind of sloppy. There's the shirt from how far the last one went, so we'll see where this one goes. Okay, I'll definitely have to try that again. I mean, I stomped on the brakes as soon as I got to that shirt over there, but that is way better than the other one. Let's do this a couple more times. All right, I'll record this the best that I can. Alright, so I didn't record for a little bit. I'm about to measure this out, Kevin style, but as you can see, let me run up here real quick. Once I started really paying attention to where I was stopping, they all kind of cluster in the same spot. I mean, those two, that's a pretty decent difference. But you can see where a couple have stopped in about the same spot, so I'll measure this out. So from where I'm standing to where the car stopped to the shirt over there is 27 Kevin steps. 27, write that down. And the car stopped there a couple times. I measured it out a couple times just to make sure I'd always get 27 steps, and I did. So even though we got a few different, you know, there are like two stops where they're kind of in one spot, then two that are further ahead. We're going a little further ahead just in case I stop too early. Regardless, we're just using those two. So 27 steps is the number to beat. Now, see if I can't show you guys just how bad this steering wheel shakes. All right, let's see. I mean, videos don't always do it justice, but the wheel, it's not even that it shakes that bad, it's just kind of annoying and unsafe, honestly. If the brakes heat up enough, it shakes really bad, and I've had the tail end get squirrely on me because of it. So I'm really excited to get rid of that, but then the stopping power, I feel like it really honestly isn't that bad for what this car is. But it'll be nice to be able to stop on a dime. You know, I'm really trying to lock the wheels up, so we'll see what 231 millimeters worth of Tundra brake caliper will do.
Woke up quick at about noon. Just thought that I had to be in Compton soon. I gotta.
All right, boys and girls, we're out here with the 4Runner again. Got her all cleaned up, and we have the 231s installed and ready to go. As you can see, the one is rusted over. They didn't they didn't treat that one, but that is okay because they're both the same and they do the job well, I suppose. These brakes have actually been on the car for a little while. I made the first half of this video and then went up to school, and then just haven't had like a second worth of time to finish the video. And I wanted to come back home to the same exact spot, that way nothing has changed. It's still just, it's just as flat. It's, you know what I mean. I just wanted to do it in the same spot. So here we are in Charlestown, West Virginia, and 27 Kevin steps is the number to beat. Also, again, we were going 35 miles an hour, so 35 miles an hour and 27 Kevin steps. Also, this time I have some cones, so it'll be a little more professional than using, you know, some t-shirts. Whoops. Also, with the 231s, I put some Spider Tracks 1-inch spacers on the 4Runner, which I think gives it a pretty badass stance. I was able to get away with just using some universal spacers from AutoZone, but I had already ordered these, and I also felt like because of the little hub piece here on these wheels, it wasn't sitting flush with the hub, so the wheels were kind of moving back and forth with it, which they've actually been doing, and I'm not entirely sure why, but I felt like they're doing it even worse than before. So with these spacers, I've actually been able to eliminate most of the sway back and forth on these tires, but still something I'm trying to figure out. I really have no idea why. I do not have spacers on the rear. I will get to that later. I'm in school, so no money, but yeah, I definitely want the stance to be the same in the back as it is in the front. But without further ado, we're here to see how well these Tundra brakes stop this 4Runner, so let's get to it. Okay, we can see where the car started, where I slammed on the brakes, so we'll put this cone right here, and then I set the other one right where the tracks stop or marks. So let's measure this out. That one was 24 steps, but again, I'm not going to leave it at that. I'll do this a couple more times and see what I end up with. All right, so from the same spot, let's see how many steps this is. So in that one we got 23, which is a little better, but that's, I mean, it's nothing significant. One of the biggest things with this Tundra upgrade though is the fact that there isn't any rotor warpage. Before I did the Tundra upgrade, I of course showed you guys like how bad the steering wheel vibrated, and I said, I mean, it would even get to the point where they would heat up enough to where it would like the car would get squirrely on me. It was kind of bad. And like I said, these have actually been on the car for a little while now, and nothing, no warpage at all. So I mean, it still stops just as good as the day that I put these on. So it's definitely worth it. I'm going to do one more run, one more, just to be sure. I'm also pretty sure that I just broke the exhaust because it was making some sort of rattling noise, and I put my foot on the exhaust tip right there, and the whole thing shifted down, and now it's has a loud hum. So god damn it. I'll do this next one in the car though. Again, that way every clip is fairly similar to the last before I put these brakes on. I'm actually not even too terribly upset over the exhaust because I've wanted to put an exhaust on this for a while. I think that these V6s, these 4Runners though, kind of sound a little retarded with an exhaust sometimes. But we'll see. I say just rip the whole muffler off. All right, let's see what I can do. Not the same, but let me put this cone right here, and let me back this car, get it out of the road, and then we'll see where it looks like I applied the brakes. It's honestly kind of hard to tell. Tell you what, we'll just do it from where this cone already was, because I don't really know if those had already been there, or if that's even from the back tires. So we'll just start from right here. So we'll conclude this part of the video, and 20 steps was the best that I did. 20, which I mean isn't bad if you consider the average human step, and I could totally be wrong, but I've heard before that the average step is a meter, 3 feet. So if we take 3 times 7, don't ask me to do that in my head because I am retarded. Go ahead and show you the steering wheel. So that's applying the brakes, and no movement except for the fact that it likes to pull from one side to the other every once in a while. No vibration. So I would say that we can say we save about 20 feet. We reduced our stopping distance by about 20 feet, which is it's good. I mean, that's pretty decent. That could definitely save someone's ass if need be. And I haven't towed with this yet, with this brake setup yet, but of course that would also be rather significant. And the vibration, that's the fact that they're not warped is the biggest thing. So is the 231mm brake upgrade worth it? Absolutely. It doesn't stop quite as well as I thought it would, but it's still not bad at all. I mean, if you're having to replace your brakes, you might as well just go ahead and do this. And like I said before, if you wanted to go with the 199mm upgrade, you're still getting the same rotors, so you're not going to have to deal with warping rotors after like a month of them being on there. And they literally warp that quickly. They're the worst. So I would go with the Tundra brake upgrade. It doesn't matter what they are. I would just go with a Tundra brake upgrade just to get rid of the warping rotors. totally worth it. It is awesome to have a car that actually stops without vibrating all over the road. It's great. I know that I don't post a lot of videos. I'm definitely not one of those YouTubers that has one every single week, but I have had a lot of comments here lately that, you know, keep the 4Runner videos coming because not a lot of people post 3rd gen 4Runner videos. I'll do the best that I can to keep those coming. Being in school, it is kind of hard to do. I mean, I don't have any money to like do anything. So, but I'll do the best that I can. If you like these 4Runner videos, go ahead and click that subscribe button, excuse me, and hopefully I'll have some content for you 3rd gen guys that is thoroughly enjoyable. Thanks for watching.